Just a great route. They bring him over in motion. They know it's man. Eli Ricks, the slot corner, and just a double move. Looks like a little slant.
Pass is as beautiful as it gets. Splits the bracket, and look at the ball placement.
The left foot. What a route on Jonathan Jones.
They were willing to hit the other receivers. They were willing to go to Kincaid. They're willing to go to Shakir. And ultimately, they finally...
You know what? If you watch film, you're probably not going to...
Out of the half about the health of Jalen Hurts. I think we're answered on that drive. Used him a little bit to pick up a first down.
A little more, but he's just going to work him to the inside, eat up the space, slow down, and then explode out of the cut.
Tended to around midfield by the Eagles medical staff. They got to hope he's all right. He's got a three-way go. This time he sees Zach Cunningham pursue the outbreak. And
a lot of credit here. He's working. Look at Hopkins using his...
I think Tyreek's feel of zone, push up vertical and cross, but I love the fact that the motion changed it from a two-man circle.
On that first touchdown, and this time against the rookie, trying to work again. And you can see Porter almost expecting him to go.
Rich, their DBs, they get up in your face, and they're not afraid to be physical with you. Trent McDuffie right there.
Bunning out, man free, 3rd and 6. Take a chance, late hands. I think
take that, and then you come back with a slant to the opposite side where Nico Collins wins at the line of scrimmage, gets inside.
How fast he is, and he has a special gift as a route runner.
And how about his footwork there? And you mentioned this
moment. It's your tough matchup. Sidney Brown in the slot playing one-on-one against your best.
Watch this at the top. Boop, boop, boop. And then break out. And he got Woolen, and great touch and throw by Huntley.
34 to Kupp.
And Cooper Kupp just a little bit of a wiggle at the top of the route. And I think Anthony...
Like a million other routes, in, out, and then he goes up. He must have put on about 3 or 4 moves here and completely spun around Mike Hill.
Try to make this a field goal game.
Jalen Tolbert's first NFL touchdown. And that's a throw, for whatever reason, for a guy who's as accurate as Justin Herbert. He has struggled on a lot of those.
Man-to-man coverage. Look at Wilson goes inside. That defender, McDuffie, plays outside. Tua just gives him an opportunity. He goes...
Catch. 54 yards. Mayfield to Evans.
He is so smooth running it. At his size, you'd think he's not going as fast.
For 16 yards and a first down.
Works inside and then able to get Nelson to bite just one step as he thought he was dry.
Watch Sidney Brown here in the slot. He has inside help. He's got to stay outside.
They're trying to run a double move on him, but he doesn't bite. He hangs in there, and he's able to position. Never does turn around and locate the football, but not much room there.
Great receivers across the field, and it's up to the far side linebacker, in this case Logan Wilson, to get depth to help on that possession. Just couldn't get quite enough.
I think you got to go to CeeDee Lamb. Today, your second best player has been Jake Ferguson. Tolbert's made some big plays.
Plants, you're going to see the cushion that he has for him. He knows exactly where the first down marker is. But what he does great.
Caught up a little bit with Kyler Gordon, but he's able to pivot back out and hands catch that thing right.
But on the running back, you think, well, they're probably going to go elsewhere with the football, but with the...
And he takes him down. 46, 2 timeouts. And hits 2 big plays down the stretch.
John Nixon's going to play inside leverage against Puka Nacua, and they've got the perfect route called for that type of coverage. That's great work by 23. Watch him. He's beat right now. Cooper Kupp's got a couple of steps on him. Watch him make up the ground, undercut this, and make the...
Rich, you talked about it to start this game. Xavier Howard and Jalen Ramsey on the field at the same time. X coming.
And the ball is at the 39.
Well, Pittman's quietly having a good game today. Over 60 yards.
25 yards plus 6 games in a row.
Nice job, A.J. Brown. He's the second read here. This is a little play action. He was trying to hit.
Sprints to the end zone.
And as he comes across, Tank Dell is in the area and is able to throw a block when he doesn't get the pass. And now Noah Brown with the sprint down.
Zach Wilson and he hangs in there, and he got this ball out about as quick as he.
Really nice look by Baker Mayfield and a good throw, but a better play by Jalen Petrie.
Directly underneath this throw, he's out of his mind trying to make this throw. That's Nick Scott. But
yeah, nice job here. He's just going to run a little return route. Fake the drag, stick your foot in the ground, and come out on the return.
And they talk about how savvy he is. There's a little bit of a double move, but Sauce Gardner, he's not buying into that, but he was playing off enough.
Great route here, matched up on the slot nickel corner, Jordan Lewis. And
other blanket for Tyson Bagent. Here he's just running a simple shallow cross, goes out and hands catch that one in front of him, gets the first down.
I think what he saw was the too deep look back here, and he knew there was going to be space right there. They came up and just attacked. Chase,
as close to a shutdown corner as you'll find in Sauce Gardner.
Well, the Jets don't play a lot of man coverage, but they have played more this year.
And what a time to take a shot. Keeps his hand under the football, controls it. He was going down to the ground, the focus.
Well, here you go back to that first down play with Garrett Wilson. He's clearing out, but he sees that Wilson's outside the pocket. And then he finds an open spot. And Lazard could have stopped and gone up a little bit more aggressively for this ball. Yeah.
Well, you're right.
Play a little bit of soft zone here, anticipating that Taron Johnson could get over the top of it, which he could not. It's here where he's going to force him to the boundary, but then roll back with him, knowing that he has inside help.
Remember last drive, KB, we said it was a lot of two high shell zones. This time it's one high.
It looks like he's just going to go out of bounds. They go with the keeper, fake to the right, come back to the left, and slip Mooney from the backside. And right here, it looks like he's going out and then just stutters. And then comes back inside and catches everybody off guard and shows that speed.
Yeah, just real soft coverage on the outside by DaRon Bland. That's just going to throw it up to him and give him a chance to climb the ladder. Give credit here to DaRon Bland. Goes up and it's man coverage. Stephon Gilmore has him in man. He's got to run all the way across the formation. It's just not. That ball was contested by James Bradbury, and I don't know how Bradbury didn't get his hand on.
This is delay by Kmet. He goes and blocks to start, and it's man-to-man coverage and just tosses him and then finds an open space in the back. Good
right away. Getting physical with him by Banks. I mean, this has got to be an interception. He's got to make that play.
On the throwback.
This was an ill-advised throw. What an unbelievable catch by Cole Kmet.
Dallas shows a pressure look, and they see everybody bail. Jordan Lewis becomes the run-through middle linebacker.
Does a great job of making Tyson Bagent think this play is going to be over and just screams underneath it. Undercuts.
4 of them are here, and they just saw their brother, the youngest, pull off a pick six.
Watch the vision out to the left. Here's Kenny Moore, the second right here. Young wants to throw to the ball to the left. As the pressure comes, he throws it late to the flat. You can't throw it late to the flat. A blind throw. You don't get any zip on it when you're...
After the catch is Jalen Hyatt.
And Robertson's been all over these punches with the football there. That left arm is deadly. Getting the ball on the turf, but they've had multiple chances.
Down rather than wait till third. And how many times have we seen the Eagles third and relatively short?
He's been so calm and so steady. I mean, that's like elite process.
For the Bears as we take another look.
And real time, I thought it was the right call, and I continue to think it's the right call. But this is the second time on screens Alontae Taylor has fired a mistake from DJ Moore. I mean, this has been one of their most consistent and reliable players. You mentioned it, the progression, but he comes in and just a beautiful punch right there at the end. You know, protection of that ball when you're going to the ground is so critical. But Adebo comes up and just, I mean, that accuracy on the punch was incredible.
So Adebo forces the fumble. Who gets caught up on Njoku, who's running the corner route. He takes Njoku, and then there's nobody back there to cover him.
And I thought maybe he had kind of come through the back and got there a little bit early.
Too deep coverage, and he finds the dead zone between the corner and the safety. And look at that toe.
Carlton Davis III, the defender.
Stutter and go, and that ball is perfectly thrown.
And this is a really nice job on the timing. It's going to be a comeback route. You're pressing up on the double move, and now you're coming back. And the location, you can see that ball already had to be on its way. So
look at Otten, number 3 from the top inside, 88 in white. And if you see a defender's back, if you see the back.
Dotson, he has the speed. He's a first-round pick, and they've been waiting for him to really unload on these defenses. He's going against the safety.
37 yards.
This is one of the plays that we've been waiting for Christian Watson to make. Russ Yeast is over there in time, just plays the ball poorly.
6 yards to McLaurin, and now 36.
Howell has his Patriots defense completely out of whack.
Defense number 24. Penalties decline. First down.
And it was Carlton Davis on Noah Brown who got away from the hold. And what a play.
We got man-to-man on the outside, and that's Romeo Doubs. That's one of the guys I feel very comfortable with, and that's a really well
types of drives. Hopefully he doesn't do the same, but Percy Butler makes a very nice pass breakup. That was a good ball. The way Byron Pringle is playing the game today. He's going with Jack Jones. Jack Jones just loses him for a second. Watch Hunter Henry. They've been working Khaleke Hudson. They tried to connect on the last series, didn't get it. This time, that is money. He struggled against Philadelphia, and then now you're seeing that he's, one, understanding where his help is. De'Ami Brown, he's locked up against Jonathan Jones, running stride for stride with.
Here's Luke Musgrave right there. Now he engages in the block. That's the most important thing, because that gets everybody running. You can see Troy Reeder, 59, from the inside linebackers. When you get these types of bunch formations, whether it's motioned over or set from the line of scrimmage, a lot of times it's hard to stay man-to-man in those situations. Let's see if there's a little bit of a shove at the top of this route to get that separation. He was not happy with it. A little bit right there, you can see.
At the Commanders' 46.
Hunter Henry doing a good job on Cameron Curl.
What a great throw and a great route, and you can see why they drafted him in the first round, off to a slow start.
First down.
Yeah, Hockenson just did a little in-cutting route here. Look at him set him up outside, stab it inside, and there it is. Anytime. Now this is where we talked about him throwing these in-cutting routes, and that's just a guy that's read that in-cutting route for 3/4. Yeah, you just got to keep that inside a little bit. Darryl Hodge, really nice job.
Out of L'Jarius Sneed matched up one-on-one with Tyreek Hill. And he's the only guy in the secondary that played against Tyreek when he was a Kansas City Chief. You see right there at the line of scrimmage as it goes through Tyreek's hands, he is lunging.
Just a great route. Keep going, Zay. Keep going. Yep, got to get past the rat player.
Result in a touchdown.
So they're saying it's what the ruling on the field is. Maybe they're talking if Tyreek didn't have it long enough.
So he comes back to the slot. Here you see Powell just whipping outside after he faked in zone coverage as he comes across the football field. You see him pointing out. I don't know. I mean, great. But, I mean, he slowed that route down to give himself some room. And you see both feet in. High pointing that football, the rookie Addison.
Terrell and Mike Hughes made the play.
Well, look at Okudah just in the hip pocket right there on Addison. And
I mean, this was great instincts. I mean, this was a really close to being a touchdown. Brooks with good defense.
Yeah, Brooks got his hand on it, and that made the catch so difficult for Hill.
I mean, this was a great job by Bateman coming back out, but the stand in there.
The out route by Hockenson. Watch him press up the middle of the field, then run away from Landman, the linebacker. And this is what you need when your offense is struggling.
What an outstanding job of pocket awareness. And delivering the ball, stepping up in the pocket.
Right here on Hodge, and watch disrupt outside leverage. You know you got a safety in the middle of the football field to help you out.
Haven't connected either time.
Yeah, and it's got a chance because the safety drops in over there, and you can see the
Madison, Okudah back here. He thinks he's got help over the top. Watch him just give up on Madison. Nobody over the top. Here comes Grant in.
Taking advantage of the corner. Look at Jalen Ramsey right here. He's playing cover two. He's not even on your screen. He doesn't get further enough back to it.
Really seemed to step into this throw. A lot more velocity and great accuracy. They convert there on that third down. These last 2 weeks when Hopkins is covered. But here, this is taken away. He's got to cut him. And I think there's a miscommunication right here very clearly with Rush, who just kind of out there in no man's land. I cannot say enough about the young quarterback, Will Levis, getting.
Watch Noah Gray. Travis Kelce takes the low defender. Jace Gray on the corner. Beautiful ball placement versus that safety.
No way. Simple ball in the flat, out there, no worries. Come up, make the tackle. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, and goodbye, everybody else.